Hello, everybody. Today we're going to change things up a bit. So I'm not going to do my full circle time today. We're just going to learn how to water plants. Okay, this is how we water plants in our classroom, but I'm going to give you a few ideas of how you can adapt that for your home environment. Okay, so I'm going to set up my table, aka my box, and get my plant. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about how I have this set up. Okay, so one way that you can water your plants, hold on, I gotta get myself situated here, is to use, let me first preface, I understand my plant is inside a watering can. That is the only pot that I found to put my plant in, so it's funny, right? It's so silly. But I actually don't have a watering can that works. So I'm going to be using a pitcher of water. Now, if you have a small watering can at home, you are more than welcome to use that. That's preferable. I have one in my classroom, but we make do with what we have here, right? Or you can use even a cup. So a cup would be fine to pour, whatever you have at home that lets the child be independent in watering the plants is totally fine, totally up to you. So again, I have a little pitcher with some water in it, and then I have a little sponge, right? And I took a sponge and just cut it into fourths. And you can use the sponge for this. You can use the sponge, another sponge for your leaf washing. If you didn't see that video, go watch that video because that is super helpful too. But some things that I would do to water the plants. Now they can take their small pitcher or small watering can and hold the sponge over the spout, right? And walk around your house going from plant to plant, and then they could water the plants without spilling much, right? Or you can control your environment just a little bit and bring the plants to them in a small table or maybe on the floor where it's easier for them to reach, right? So those are two options in terms of what you could do with your environment and making your child successful in watering plants. So what I suggest is, again, a pitcher of water or a watering can, and bring the water to the plant. Okay, and then I take the sponge and put it right underneath the watering can and or pitcher, and with two hands holding the pitcher, we are going to tip the water into the soil. Okay, make sure it goes into the soil. You want to get down into the soil for this. Okay, and tip, 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 tip. Now, if your child thinks the plant needs a little bit more water, you can go and get some more water. Or if they're done, okay, you can just have them put everything down and clean up and everything's great. But if they need a little bit of a spill, right, if a little bit of water spilled onto the floor or onto the table, they can use the sponge to move that. They could use the sponge to mop up the spill, right? And then continue holding, tip, and water the plants, right? Just like that. Real nice and slow, controlled movements. Now again, and I say this with every activity, your child may not be successful with this on their first try. This may take a few times. They may make a mess. They may make some spillage places. What the purpose of this is for them to try it, learn from their mistakes, and continue to grow and master. So they're going to continue and get better and get better and get better. And the idea is for you guys to set up an environment that is acceptable for you. So what you're not going to do is have them water plants on top of a rug, because if you get water on the rug and then you get upset by it, then you're going to be angry with your child instead of it being a learning experience, right? So you want to make sure that where you set up your child is going to be acceptable for you if they make a mess, right? So again, on a tile floor that's easy to clean up, on a table that's easy to clean up, these are things that you want to make sure that you're doing so that your child is successful and you are okay with the outcome. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's lesson in watering plants. And I hope you come back again tomorrow, because I will be showing you how to germinate seeds. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Miss you guys. Bye.